Welcome back, Generals fans. We are here for Game 2 of the two-game series between the Victoria Generals and the Baton Rouge Rougarou. The Generals won last night 11-3, and an absolute mashing of the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Your starting lineup tonight for the Baton Rouge Rougarou is number 7, Scotty Scott, starting in center field. Number 23, Johnny Johnson in left field. Number 20, Logan Lejeune in first base. Number 12, Brendan Lambert at DH. Number 5, Drew Bianco at third base. Number 8, Braden Muro at right field. Number 6, Lucas Polanco in catching. Number 9, Kyle Bedreau at second base. Number 4, Carson Clowers at shortstop. And then on the mound tonight for the Rougarou is Austin Hansel. Your starting lineup for the Generals is Derek Cervantes on the mound, Ian Grooves behind the plate, and leading off tonight for the Generals is going to be Caleb Molly DHing. Center field, Kobe Potvin in left field, Ryan Flores at first base, Jordan Johnson at third base, Peyton Robertson at short, Ian Grooves behind the plate, Cody Evans at right field, Zach Vulitic at second base, and then Derek Cervantes starting off. We have number 7, Scotty Scott, starting off as Derek Cervantes takes the mound. Scotty Scott last night went 0 for 4 with a walk. And Jordan Johnson playing in, looking for the potential drag bunt situation. As Scotty Scott steps in. And Derek Cervantes takes the mound. The pitch. Ball low and in. Count goes to 1-1. The pitch from Cervantes. Strike 1. Check swing from Scott. But some second chance. Cervantes looks in. The pitch. Ball in. Count goes to 2-1 on Scotty Scott. Cervantes is working quickly tonight. As Scotty Scott steps in. And the pitch. Ball up. Derek Cervantes showing some emotion on the mound. Does not agree with that call at all. Scotty Scott stepping back in. The pitch. Strike on the outer half. Looks like a makeup call for that one. Derek Cervantes looking in, ready to pitch as Scotty Scott steps in. The pitch. Oh. Questionable call on that one. Looked like it was a little bit in on that pitch. Johnny Johnson steps up to the plate, went 2 for 2 last night. No, I'm sorry. Johnny Johnson went 2 for 4 last night with a strikeout. As Cervantes takes the mound. Scotty Scott with the big lead at first base. Swinging strike 1. Cervantes looks at the pitch, or looks at first base, checking the runner, picks off. Oh, close call right there. Called safe. And Cervantes comes set. And the pitch. Scotty Scott goes. The throw down. Oh, Great throw, but mishandled by the second baseman. Vulitic out there for us. Scotty Scott's called safe. 1-1's the count. Cervantes comes set. Ball up. Count goes to 2-1. Cervantes comes set. The pitch. Got him chasing on that one. Count goes to 2-2. Cervantes looking in for the pitch. Comes sets, checks Scotty Scott over at second base. The pitch, high fastball, swung on for strike 3. 1 out in the inning for the Generals. One out for the Generals as Logan Lejeune comes to the plate. Strike 1 for Logan Lejeune. Called strike 2. Logan Lejeune questioning where that one was. 0-2 on Logan Lejeune. Scotty Scott on second base after drawing a full count walk. The pitch, Scotty Scott goes. Ground ball to third baseman. Fires it over to first. We have 2 down. Scotty Scott goes to third base. The Rougarou are threatening right now. Brennan Lambert, the DH for the Generals. He went 1 for 3 last night with a hit, no RBIs, no walks. The pitch for Cervantes. Strike 1 on the batter. And Cervantes comes set in the pitch. Swung on, strike 2. Gas that one up a little bit. Rougarou hitter's looking a little behind his fastball tonight, as Cervantes is already ready for the next pitch. And the pitch. In the dirt. Good block by Ian Grooves on that nasty slider there. Count goes to 1-2. 2 outs. Scotty Scott on third. Cervantes pitching from the full. And the pitch. Swung on, strike 3. Derek Cervantes strikes 3 batters out in a row to get rid of that leadoff walk. We're going to the bottom half of the inning where your Generals will face Austin Hansel for the pitcher. And we're back in the bottom of the first. Caleb Molly leading off, our DH. Molly off to a hot start, hitting over 300 with an over 500 on base percentage. As Austin Hansel comes set and delivers the first pitch for strike one. Molly had a good game last night, going 2 for 2 as the pitch comes in. In the dirt, ball one. Count goes to 1-1. Austin Hassel delivers the next pitch. Ball down and out. As Caleb Molly steps in. And the pitch swung on, fouled off for strike two. Count going to 2-2 on there. Caleb Molly even driving in an RBI last night and also getting a walk. As the pitch comes in. Ooh, close call right there. Ball three. As Caleb Molly's get ready for the next pitch, and Hansel starts his windup and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Looked to be about the same pitch, but never know what the umpire is going to call. Always good just to foul it off and live another day. Hansel gets the ball back after the wild throw from the catcher. And the pitch. Ball out. Molly draws the full count walk to start off the inning for the Generals. Up next is number 44, Tanner Roach. Caleb Molly with some wheels over there at first. Don't be surprised if you see him go. Tanner Roach yesterday going 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored and reaching on a fielder's choice. Strike one on the outer half. And Hansel looks in for the pitch as Tanner Roach comes back. Pick off to first. Caleb Molly easily back in there. Pick off again. A little bit closer that time. That was a quick move for Hansel. Caleb Molly still safe. 0-1 is the count. No outs. Runner on first for Tanner Roach. Hansel delivers the pitch. Squares to bunt. Fouled off. Catcher coming up, hopping up. Must have got him off the thigh on that one. 0-2 goes the count. Tanner Roach off to a pretty decent start, hitting over 200 hitting over 290 with over 300 on base percentage. Pickoff from Hansel. Caleb Molly still safe. It's the third pickoff. They're really expecting him to go, or at least trying to keep his feet from moving. The pitch, slider out. Count goes to 1-2. Hansel gets the ball back. Caleb Molly on first. And we have Kobe Pavin, our left fielder, in the hole, or on deck. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Taylor made double play. 6-4. Safe at first. Tanner Roach definitely has some wheels. Beat that one out. Ball must have got caught in their second baseman Kyle Bedreau's glove as a late throw. It causes the fielder's choice for Tanner Roach to go to first, Caleb Molly to get called out at second as Kobe Potvin steps in. The pitch. Squares around a bunt, pulls back. Ball one. One out for the Generals in the bottom of the first. As Tanner Roach gets a lead. Extends one, hops back. Curveball just out. Broke a little bit late. Count goes to 2-0. Kobe Potvin last night going 2 for 5 with a run, scoring a run. And the pitch. Ball way in. Back pick from the catcher. Called safe. Close play there for sure. Definitely a great idea by their catcher, Lucas Polanco. The pitch. Questionable call, definitely right there, as it looked very, very inside. Nevertheless, count goes to 3-1. And the pitch comes set, delivers the pitch. Tanner Roach fakes the steal. Ball 4. Tanner Roach goes to second as Kobe Potvin goes to left as Ryan Flores, our first baseman, comes up. Generals threatening here in the bottom of the first. Austin Hansel already with two walks in the inning, throwing a lot of balls, and delivers the pitch. Swung on a ground ball to the shortstop, could be 2. To throw to first, and he got him. Generals strand 1 in the bottom of the first. Coming back to the top of the second with Drew Bianco up for the Rougarou. Drew Bianco comes up to the plate. Didn't play last night for the Rougarou, and Cervantes delivers the pitch. Ball out. Count goes to 1-0. And the top of the second for the Rougarou. Tie game. Nobody was able to notch a hit as the pitch comes in for Cervantes. Strike 1 on the nasty slider. And the pitch from Cervantes. Oh, hits Bianco. as a curveball or slider failed the break. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Braden Morrow. Braden last night did not play for the Rougarou either. And he goes to the University of New Orleans. The pitch from Cervantes. Fouled off. Count goes to 0-1. Cervantes looks in for the pitch. Checks over first. Checks again. The pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Count going to 2-1. As Cervantes steps on the mound, Bianco gets his lead at first. And the pitch, Bianco goes. And the late throw should be in there safely. Ball booted. Tanner Roach coming up for the plate. Nothing going on. And the ball comes back in. Bianco's stolen base right there. Definitely stole that one off of the pitcher Derek Cervantes, who went with the regular delivery instead of the slide step right there. Looking like they're going to try and time him up on the base pass as he gets his lead. Cervantes comes, sets, delivers the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Diving play. Bianco's going to come in, try and score. Late throw, scores. And Braden Morrow takes second base on the throw. Rougarou take the lead in top of the second, 1-0. Lucas Polanco, the catcher, number 6 for the Rougarou, coming up to the plate with a runner on second. No outs for the Generals here in the top of the second. Polanco. Cervantes looks in. The pitch from Cervantes. Strike one. Nasty curveball. Froze him. As Cervantes looks in for the pitch. Cervantes working very quickly tonight. Shakes off the catcher. Comes set. Runner at second gets a bigger lead. Delivers the pitch. Curveball in. Breaks just enough so it doesn't hit him. Count goes to 1-1. Derek Cervantes totaling 13 innings so far this season with the Generals, with a 1-1 record, 3 games pitched. As Cervantes comes set. And that's a ball up. That's going to be 2-1 goes in the count. With Drew Bianco out at second base, notching the first hit of the ball game for either team. And Cervantes looking in. Cervantes with a 4.846 ERA so far this season, with 22 strikeouts. And before this game, only giving up 9 hits. Cervantes coming set and delivers the pitch. Fastball low. Count goes to 3-1. Cervantes looks like trying to do everything he can to just strike out the batters right now. As he looks in. Definitely trying to get a strikeout or a pop-up here. As a line drive to first base. Wild throw from the first baseman. Wild throw from our first baseman, Ryan Flores. Not too sure why he decided to throw that one since the runner was already back at second base at that point. Kyle Boudreau steps in, second baseman for the Rougarou, the beer batter tonight. If he strikes out, 2-for-1 draft beers at the Compadres Design Party Deck. as Cervantes takes the pitch. Little high, I guess. Count goes to 1-0. Umpire looks to be squeezing both pitchers tonight. As Cervantes comes set, delivers the pitch. Ball in, 2-0. Boudreaux fiddling with the mound, trying to figure out what's going on with him. Throwing a lot of balls in this half inning so far. As he comes set and delivers the pitch. Foul ball off the catcher's mask. Count goes to 2-1. Umpire giving the catcher a little bit of time to just settle up. As Ian Grooves appears to be fine. Cervantes steps back on the mound. One error for the Generals on the questionable throw from Ryan Flores. As Cervantes comes set, delivers the pitch. Swung on strike two. Count goes to 2-2. 1 out in the top of the second. And if he strikes out in the next pitch or so, 2-for-1 draft beers on the Compadre Design party deck. The line already starting for those 2-for-1 draft beers in the pitch. Oh, check swing. Kyle Boudreaux shaking his fist. Very happy with himself for not striking out. The count goes to full. Kyle Boudreaux having a tough time fighting the strike zone in this inning. Delivers the pitch. Fly ball. Short fly ball. Could be trouble for the Generals. Nope. Peyton Robertson makes a great play and fires it in from short. Run comes in easily. Mark that down as a sac fly for Kyle Boudreaux. Rougarou take a 2-0 lead with 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Cervantes delivers the pitch. Ball out for Carson Clowers, the shortstop for the Rougarou tonight. Carson Clowers went 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts last night. Whoa. Looks like I lost the spin on that curveball right there. As it looked like it was spinning, it just didn't move for Derek Cervantes. Cervantes delivers the pitch. Swung on for strike one. Carson Clowers definitely had a tough night last night. He was, in fact, the beer batter last night, striking out 3 times in a row, dropping him from the 7th to the 9th hitter as the pitch comes in. Swung on for strike 2. Looks like it could be more of the same, as we might be seeing a potential slump for Carson Clowers, at least here at Riverside Stadium. As Cervantes delivers the pitch. Oh, ground ball. Second base makes the play. And the Generals will come down to the bottom of the second, down 2-0. We will be right back. Jordan Johnson stepping in for the Generals. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside for strike one. Bottom of the second here for the Generals. As Hansel delivers the pitch. 0-2 on Jordan Johnson. 0-2 for our third baseman. As the pitch. And fouled off. Count stays 0-2. Generals got 2 walks in the last inning and stranded 1 pitcher as Jordan Johnson strikes out on a nasty 12-6 curveball. And that's going to bring up Peyton Robertson. All right, and the pitch. Ooh, looked to be on the white, but Blue gave it to him. 0-1 goes the pitch. Peyton Robertson takes for strike 2. Ball misses out. Count goes to 1-2. Oh, ball fouled off of Peyton Robertson's foot. Count stays 1-2. Peyton Robertson taking a few seconds to gather himself. And delivers the pitch. Ball upstairs on the slider. Swung on, fouled hot shot right off the pitcher, goes straight to the first baseman for out number 2 for the Generals this inning. Rougarou manager coming out just to check on his pitcher, see where he got him. It looked to get him right above the kneecap. I think he should be fine. Ian Grooves coming to the plate as Hansel comes to the pitch, and the ball comes fastball in the dirt. As Hansel comes set and delivers the pitch, 1-0 the count. Hot shot to third base. The throw, plenty of time as the Generals continue scoreless. The Rougarou look to continue their hot start in the top of the third. Leading off for the Rougarou in the top of the third, number 7, Scotty Scott, the center fielder for the Rougarou. And the pitch from Cervantes fouled off for strike one. And the pitch from Cervantes struggled last inning finding the strike zone. Strike two from Cervantes. Seems to have found it so far in the top of the third. The Rougarou so far mounting 2 runs on 1 hit, and the Generals also contributing to that by a costly throwing error by Ryan Flores. And the pitch from Cervantes fouled off. Count stays 0-2. Scotty Scott drew a full count walk last time, as Cervantes looks in, and he starts his windup, delivers the pitch, looks to be a curveball, but no go for Scotty Scott. Count goes to 1-2. And Cervantes shaking off the catcher, delivers his windup, ground ball to second baseman. And the throw's in plenty of time. Throw it around, why don't you, Ryan Flores? We got 1 out in the top of the third for the Victoria Generals, trailing 2-0 so far. And Johnny Johnson, the left fielder, coming up as Cervantes delivers his pitch. Ball appears to be down, I presume. And Cervantes delivers the 1-0 pitch. Swung on for strike one. Count goes to 1-1. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. 1 hit total for the entire game for both teams, and 1 error for the Generals. The pitch from Cervantes. Curveball, ball in. Looks to just break enough not to get him. Johnny Johnson struck out last time up and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off for strike 2. Count goes to 2-2. And Cervantes comes set, shakes off the catcher, and delivers the pitch. Looked to be a curveball, didn't break enough. Ball high. Count goes to full. Great name for a baseball player, Johnny Johnson, as Cervantes delivers the pitch. Strike 3, rung him up. That's another strikeout for Johnny Johnson, as he does not agree with that call at all. Logan Lejeune coming up for 2 outs in the top of the third. Logan Lejeune last time up 0 for 1. As Cervantes delivers the pitch. Fouled off down the third baseline for strike 1. Logan Lejeune attending Lamar University, first baseman. As Cervantes delivers the pitch. Questionable call right there for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. And Cervantes delivers the pitch. Chopper up the middle. Looks like it's going to get through. As Tanner Roach seals the ground ball. Throws it into Peyton Robertson. A 2-out hit for the Rougarou here in the top of the third. Just the second hit of the ball game for either side. And Cervantes comes set and delivers the slide step pitch. Fouled off. 0-1 goes the count. 2 outs here in the top of the third with Logan Lejeune at first base. Number 12, Brandon Lambert, who also attends Lamar University, DHing for the Rougarou tonight. As Cervantes comes sets and delivers a slide step pitch. Fouled off down the first baseline, but that's going to get out of here. 0-2 goes the count. 2 strikes on the batter. Brennan Lambert striking out last in the top of the second last time he was up. No, I apologize. He struck out at the top of the first. And a sky to short second base looks like. Nope. And Tanner Roach calls off our second baseman, Zach Vuletic, to come in for the third out. And Chase Evans is going to lead us off in the bottom of the third for the Generals, hoping to break the game open with a couple hits right here. Number 21, Chase Evans, coming up to the plate. First at bat for him this game, as Hansel comes set. Austin Hansel with a pretty dominant performance throws the pitch for strike one. Generals hitters kind of having trouble seeming to square anything up against him. Really, only balls put in play were ground balls so far, and the pitch, and a ground ball to shortstop. And it's gonna get Chase Evans and bringing up number 16, Zach Vuletic. Zach Vuletic's first at bat in the game, as Hansel comes set. And the pitch. Slider in the dirt, gets by the catcher, but nobody on, so not a lot of damage for Hansel, except for just going behind the batter, 0-1. And Hansel comes set, delivers the pitch, fastball, ground ball to third base, should be plenty of time for him. Close play, bang bang play, first base, called out. 2 outs here, 2 quick outs here for the Generals here in the bottom of the third. Caleb Molly coming up, went 0 for 0 so far tonight as he walked his first at bat. Players starting to get used to the home plate umpire strike zone. First couple innings, they were kind of having some questions on where everything was as Hansel delivers his pitch. Slider way out, couldn't come quite in, but still had a lot of movement on it. Almost came all the way back. Count goes to 1-0 on the batter. Back-to-back batters for Hansel going 0-1 as he comes set. Delivers the pitch. Ball low and in. Count goes to 2-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third for the Victoria Generals as Hansel comes set and delivers the fastball for strike one. It's a good idea for Caleb Molly just to watch that one. Hasn't thrown a lot of strikes. A couple guys chasing the first pitches, hitting kind of weak ground balls as Hansel comes set and delivers the pitch. Fouled off. Count goes to 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Generals down 2-0. As Caleb Molly steps back in. Caleb Molly in his 2-strike stance, getting real low, choking up on the bat, just trying to fight something off, knock something on. As Hansel delivers the pitch. Weak chopper to second base, could be a close play. But their second baseman, Kyle Boudreau, makes a nice play for the Rougarou. Rougarou playing really well right now as we go to the top of the fourth. Generals down 2-0. Number 5, third baseman Drew Bianco, 0 for 1 today. Reached on a fielder's choice last time up. Derek Cervantes so far with 3 strikeouts, 1 earned run, 2 across the board for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. As the pitch comes set. Curveball for strike 1. Derek Cervantes with 34 strikes on 57 pitches so far. As he throws the next pitch. Fastball in the dirt for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. Pitch misses up. 2-1 goes the count. Cervantes goes set for the 2-1. Swung on ground ball to Peyton Robertson. Throws over to Ryan Flores for out number 1 in the top of the fourth. Braden Morrow stepping in for the Rougarou. Braden Morrow went 1 for 1, scored a run last time with an RBI RBI single up the middle last time as he fouls off the first pitch for 0-1. That was the play last time where we had a RBI single up the middle. As the pitch comes in, ball way outside for 2-1 go on the count. One out here in the top of the fourth. And the pitch comes in. Ball up. 3-1 goes the count for Derek Cervantes. Derek Cervantes so far been pretty control driven so far as he delivers the 3-1 pitch. Expanding the zone a little bit, the umpire is for strike 2. Count goes to full. And the pitch. That's going to be a gap shot. Could be 2. Definitely is going to be 1. Brandon Morrow. With the close play. Bad. Tough play for Tanner Rouge in center field. That was just an absolute piece by Braden Morrow, the right fielder for the Rougarou. Derek Cervantes looks in for the pitch. Comes, sets, checks the runner. Braden Morrow at second base. Fires the pitch. Ball up. Our apologies for our fans and the view of our gamecast so far. We apologize about that. Our seat's right in front of our webcam. Though we haven't missed anything, want to know the count as Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. Strike 1. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. And Cervantes comes set, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Swung on for strike 2. Looked like it was fouled off, but secured by Ian Gruz behind the plate. And Cervantes looks in as Lucas Polanco steps in the box. Time for Polanco as he needs to fix his batting gloves. And we have a few viewers from all the way out from Wooster, Ohio. That's very far away. Thanks for watching our gamecast, guys. As the pitch delivers the pitch, pop up to right field. And Brandon Morrow looks like he might tag. Draws the throw, but no go. Absolute cannon from the right fielder, Chase Evans. Absolute cannon. It's just stepped in through an absolute frozen rope. And second baseman number 9, Kyle Boudreau, comes up. Had a 0 for 1 with a sac. He's 0 for 0 with the sac fly. As Derek Cervantes comes set. Fouled off for 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Rougarou threatening yet again. And Cervantes comes set. Delivers the pitch. Fouled off for strike 2. And the beer batter is 0-2. If he strikes out, it's going to be 2 for 1 draft beers over at the Compadres Design Party deck. And then $3 beers on the third base deck. As Cervantes comes set. Checks the runner at second base. Seems to be getting a little bit of a big lead. Fires the pitch. Ball up for ball one. That was a hard fastball. Good idea changing the eye level from Cervantes and Grooves, who seem to be working pretty well together tonight. Kyle Bedreau did have an RBI fly ball. As the pitch misses up, fastball up, count goes to 2-2. Cervantes looking in. So far, 3 2/3 of work. 2 runs across for the Rougarou as the pitch is fouled off down the third base line. And we're going to do that count all over again. 2-2 on Kyle Bedreau. As Cervantes looks in, Kyle Bedreau steps in. Cervantes with 3 strikeouts so far, giving up 3 hits. As Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. Strike 3, 2 for 1 Bears to end the inning. And the Generals will start off the inning with down 2-0. Looking to get something started here. Break up this this combined no-hitter that the the Rougarous have going by Austin Hansel and Reed Bailey. We will be right back. Number 44, Tanner Roach, coming up to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Victoria Generals, looking to break that combined no-hitter so far. As the pitcher delivers the pitch, ball up, almost got him in the dome. Couldn't have been on purpose. As the pitcher Reed Beatty comes set. And that's going to drop. That looks like it might drop, but nope. Stayed in the air for just a little bit too long as the Rougarou center fielder Scotty Scout was able to go make that play. Tanner Roach looked like he got his pitch, looking for extra bases out of the gate, but just got under that ball as the left fielder Kobe Potvin comes up. Kobe Potvin is 0 for 0 on the night, drawing a walk his last time up. Unfortunately for the Generals, nothing came with it. And the pitch, ball up, count goes to 2-0. Shows bunch, try and break up this no-no, get something started for the Generals, but just goes foul And the count goes to 2-1. And Reed Beatty did very well last inning for the Rougarou. It looks like the Rougarou are gonna hold their pitchers to about 30 pitches. As a hot shot goes to the shortstop, fired in time. Easy play for the Rougarou shortstop, Carson Clowers. Throw over to Logan Lejeune. And Ryan Flores coming up. And Ryan Flores comes set. Ball misses out 1-0. Reed Beatty did not agree with that call. Thought it was definitely in there as the pitch comes set. Curveball gets in there for strike one. 1-1 goes the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch. Strike one on the outer half. Definitely expanding the zone here for the Victoria Generals. And the pitch. Oh, that's going to be a tough play for their third baseman. Fires across. Infield single for Ryan Flores, breaking up that no-hitter that they had going on. Definitely a tough play. Had to lay out for that. Drew Bianco definitely deserves a round of applause for that effort. Their first baseman unable to come up with the scoop, Logan Lejeune. Definitely a tough play to make. Infield single for the Generals, breaking up that no-no that Rougarou had going on. Braden Morrow coming up for the Generals. Runner on first. 2 down here, bottom of the fourth. Ryan Flores last time went 0 for 1 on the day. As the pitch comes set. Delivers the pitch, ball up. And the pitch comes set and fires a changeup low. Swung on for strike 2. And Reed Beatty checks on the first baseman, their first base runner. Comes set. Slider in the dirt. And the pitch from Reed Beatty. Skied out of here. Looks like it's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 goes the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And Reed Beatty comes set. Catcher sets up outside. Fastball misses, but it's going to be popped up to shallow shortstop. Shortstop Carson Clowers definitely makes up for the absolutely great effort from the third baseman for the Rougarou. And we are going to the top of the fifth. Fast-moving game so far. Rougarou lead 2-0. Derek Cervantes coming out for his 5th inning of work so far. 4 strikeouts for him, giving up 3 hits and 1 earned run. 2 total runs across the board for the Rougarou. Carson Clowers coming up to lead off the top of the 5th here at Riverside Stadium. As Cervantes delivers the pitch, looks like it's going to be a push bunt. Definitely going to be a coast play. And it just rolls foul. Great effort from Carson Clowers. It was a great idea for him to start something off for the Rougarou, as they haven't had any kind of offense whatsoever after the 2nd inning, where they were able to scratch for 2. 3 hits against Derek Cervantes, who's settled down so far since that 2nd inning, and other than that 1 inning, he's been pretty dominant. Now Cervantes looks in as Carson Clowers looks like he's going to come set, and he's going to swing for this one. Wanted it, but didn't go for it, as the pitch is called a strike. 0-2 goes the count. Definitely not going to be bunting this time. Shakes off the pitch. Let's see what he throws. Hard fastball up. Looks like it's going to be a pop-up. Ryan Flores settles under it, but called off by our second baseman, Zach Fuletich, who makes the play. 1 out in the top of the 5th for the Generals. And that's going to bring up Scotty Scott for the Rougarou. It's a great name for a baseball player. Scotty Scott and Johnny Johnson. That is one of the greatest outfield duos with just names that I can think of off the top of my head, as the pitch comes in from Cervantes, which is a slider for strike 1. Scotty Scott 0 for 1 with a walk so far this game. He had a walk his first at-bat. And sort of the pitch from Cervantes. Fouled off for strike 2. 1 out here in the top of the 5th for the Generals. Scotty Scott looking to start something for the Rougarou. And the pitch from Cervantes. Looks like it's going to be skied to shallow left field. Third baseman Johnny Johnson able to make the play. And 2 outs here for the Generals in the top of the 5th. Derek Cervantes, very quick, throwing a lot of strikes this inning. Getting to back-to-back 0-2 counts. And then getting pop-ups to shallow right field and shallow left field as Johnny Johnson comes up to the plate. 0 for 2 for Johnny Johnson as the changeup comes in for a strike on the inner half. 0-1 goes the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th as Cervantes comes to the pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Peyton Robertson throws over to first. Ryan Flores for the 3rd out of the inning. 1-2-3 go to the Rougarou. And we will have the bottom of the 5th up for you here in just a few minutes. Catcher Lucas Polanco for the Rougarou looking like he was trying to get the attention of the middle infielders Kyle Bedreau and Carson Clowers. They did not necessarily think they were ready to come down with a throw as number 7, Peyton Robertson, comes up. He's 0 for 1 tonight. 0 for 1 tonight. He had a hot shot his last at bat off of the first baseman. Or off of the pitcher, I'm sorry, that went right to the first baseman. Probably should have been a base hit, but that's how the ball rolls sometimes. As the pitcher comes set, and it is skied up right by the mound. Third baseman comes in. It could be a tough play. Nope. Third baseman Drew Bianco comes in to make the tough play. 1 out here for the Generals. One out here for the Generals as Reed Batty comes set and delivers the pitch. Ball up. 1-0 goes the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. See if the Generals can get something started right here. And the pitch comes set. Ball up. 2-0 goes the count. Definitely a hitter's count here. Got to be looking for his pitch. Definitely probably expecting something hard. Probably middle away. Trying to get it over second base. Get a double, something hard. Ball in the dirt. Count goes to 3-0. Definite take count right here for number 5, Ian Grooves, the catcher. Reed Batty seems to have lost the strike zone for at least this pitch, or this batter, as he fires in the 3-0 strike. Count goes to 3-1, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. We have Chase Evans on deck. And the pitch. Dropped strike. Dropped ball, but still called a strike. Count goes to full. 3-2, 1 out here for Ian Grooves, the batter, as Reed Batty comes set and delivers the pitch. Fastball, absolutely mashed on. Going to be a tough play for the left fielder, but he secures it, making a great play for the left fielder, Johnny Johnson. Scotty Scott giving him some props on that play. He was playing more toward the line on that one. Had to go all the way to the gap to go get that. Chase Evans steps in as Reed Batty comes set and delivers the first pitch. Slider outside for strike 1. Chase Evans 0 for 1 on the night. Zach Vulicich on deck. Reed Batty in his 3rd inning of work has 1 hit, no strikeouts. And 1-1 goes the count as the ball misses out. And Reed Batty comes set once again, delivers the pitch. Ball in. That was a fastball for a ball in. Count goes to 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th for the Generals. And Reed Batty comes set and delivers the pitch. Ball up. 3-1 goes the count. And Reed Batty looks for the pitch. Comes set. And delivers the pitch. Fastball. It's going to be a pop-up to the center fielder, Scotty Scott, who makes the easy routine fly ball, throws the ball in. We go to the top of the 6th. The Rougarou lead the Generals 2-0. Cervantes coming out for his 6th inning of work so far, absolutely shutting down these Rougarou hitters, only allowing 3 hits, 1 earned run as he delivers the pitch. Strike 1 to the batter, Logan Lejeune, the first baseman for the Rougarou. Logan Lejeune 1 for 2 on the night as the slider misses way outside. 1-1 goes the count. No outs here in the top of the 6th. Derek Cervantes totaling 84 pitches with 54 strikes. And here comes the pitch. Slider in there for strike 2. 1-2 goes the count. And the pitch for Cervantes looks like a slider. Nope. Yep, slider. Check swing. First base umpire says no go. 2-2 goes the count. Alright. And Derek Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. Hot shot to third base. Fires it across the infield to Ryan Flores, and he makes the play. 1 out in the top of the 6th for the Generals. As number 12, Brennan Lambert, the DH. The collegiate teammate for Logan Lejeune. Both of them go to Lamar University in Houston, Texas. Lambert tonight is 0 for 2 with a strikeout as the ball misses low and away for ball 1. And Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. Check swing. Won the appeal. First base umpire not paying any attention over there. Definitely not going to call that one a strike. 2-0 goes the count. As Cervantes definitely thought he got him chasing. And Cervantes comes to set with the pitch. A slider in there for strike 1. Thrown 3 sliders in a row. I don't think Brendan Lambert had any idea that pitch was coming. As Cervantes comes set and delivers the 2-seam fastball that cut in a little bit for strike 2. 2-2 goes the count. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 3 hits across for the Rougarou. Hard fastball back up the middle. Make that 4 hits for the Rougarou. As ground ball up the middle. Vuletic and Robertson not able to get to it. But it does set up the double play if Drew Bianco can get in there. Bianco is 0 for 1 today, but he has scored a run. And Cervantes delivers the pitch. Slider on the outer half for strike 1. Cervantes looks in for the pitch. Gets a sign. He comes set and delivers the pitch. Hard fastball, check swing. No call from the home plate umpire. He's going to call that a ball. Definitely looked like he went from up here. 1-1 goes the count. Runner on first for the Rougarou. As Cervantes looks in for the sign, Ian Grooves gets in squat position. And Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. Fake steal from the runner over there at first. And strike called. 1-2 goes the count. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 4 hits across for the Rougarou. 2 runs across. Only run scored on the game. And the pitch. Fake steal again. Ball in the dirt. Count goes full. 3-2. 1 out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the runner Brendan Lambert take off right here after two fake steals and a 3-2 count just to see what's going on. And the pitch, fake, deep shot but catch. Kobe Potvin makes the play at the warning track. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner at first. that is going to bring up Drew. Brandon Morrow is 2 for 2 on the day with 1 run scored and 1 RBI. He was part of that big 2-run second inning for the Rougarou. Seemed to be the only run scored in the game so far. Really the only offense that has been able to get anything kind of going this game. As you look at the scoreboard and you see a whole bunch of zeros, and then you see a 1 or you see a 2 in the top of the second, and that's it. Braden Morrow steps in as Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. Slider in the dirt. Slider in the dirt. No swing. Count goes to 1-0 on the ball 1. 2 outs here. Cervantes delivers the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1. Home plate umpire seems to be giving the outer half for the pitcher, Derek Cervantes, so far. As the pitch comes set, it's a slider for strike 2. That was a really good slider right there. Had a lot of break on it. And, coming set is Derek Cervantes. 1-2 is the count. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Fastball up. Ian Groos had to go snag that one. Almost had to jump up and go get it. 2-2 is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. As Cervantes comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be a great play by Chase Evans in right field. Absolutely showing his defensive prowess out here as he makes the sliding catch for the 3rd out in the top of the 6th. Rougarou strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 6th here. Kyle Fletcherich on the hill for the bottom of the 6th for the Rougarou. Rougarou's last pitcher definitely deserves some credit. Reed Beatty, going 3 innings, only allowing 1 hit, and that's all the Generals have been able to mount so far in the game. Zach Vulicic coming up. Vulicic is 0 for 1 on the day, being our 9-hitter, only having 1 at bat so far. And the pitch has a hard fastball. Definitely got some more life in it than Reed Beatty. And another hard pitch, but that's going to be drilled back up the middle. Nice hard hit to start off the inning for the Generals. First time we've had the leadoff runner on in this game, so let's see if we can get something going. And that's going to bring up Caleb Molly, who's 0 for 1 with a walk so far. Caleb Molly off to a really good start this season. So far, only allowing, with a over 300 average, over 500 on base percentage. That's why he's moved to leadoff spot in place of Peyton Robertson as the pitch delivers a hearty fastball. I'm not quite sure where that one missed, but ball 1 is the count. Fletcher is the pitcher. Number 19 for the Rougarou. Comes set. Pick off over to first base. Nothing going on as Vuličić is back in easily. Frederick picks off again. Seems to love his fastball. Definitely in the 90s. As Caleb Molly comes back in. Caleb Molly on bat. As Vuličić gets his lead. Pick off over to first base. Nothing going on. Vuličić in there safely. And the pitch shows bunt. Strike called. Caleb Molly definitely thought that one was inside. Home plate umpire with some questionable calls, or at least the players on both sides are definitely questioning the umpire as Caleb Molly gets in his lower 2-strike stance, definitely just trying to put something in play right here. 1-2 the count. That was a changeup outside. That changeup is incredibly deceptive, as it is definitely in the 70s. And with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and a changeup in the 70s, that's going to get you a lot of outs right there. As Fletcher comes set and delivers the pitch. Nope, Caleb Molly calls time before he's able to. My bad. Fletcher comes set, checks the runner, delivers the pitch. Ball in. But still swung on and fouled off. Two and 2 is the count. Bitch. Misses out. Full count for Caleb Molly, working at full from 2 strikes earlier. And Fletcher picks off Vuličić. Called safe in there safely. See if Caleb Molly can get something started. Fortunately, he's a pretty consistent hitter for the Generals. As Fletcher comes set and delivers the pitch. Hearty fastball fouled off. Count stays. Count stays full. And Fletcher comes set and delivers the pitch. Ball up. Caleb Molly draws the full count walk. Zach Vuličić goes to second. Caleb Molly goes to first. And that's going to bring up Tanner Roach, who is our second hitter. He's 0 for 2 on the night, but he's still a pretty consistent hitter. Caleb Molly hitting, bringing that on base percentage well up. Tanner Roach still hitting over 300 so far. Definitely and above 350 on base percentage. Only 7 strikeouts. He's definitely going to put the ball in play. See if something can happen. And umpires discussing something as Tanner Roach comes set. Time is called by the catcher. Seem to discuss how many outs there are. As Tanner Roach gets ready, Fletcher comes set. Tanner Roach delivers or shows bunt, pulls back. Nothing going on. Lucas Polanco still fakes the back pick, as you are always taught to do as a catcher. You always want to try and back pick somebody right there, whether it be the runner on second or the runner on first in this situation. And shows bunt again. Attempts it. Foul ball right there. Might have got Tanner Roach's foot. Count is 1-1. Trying to decide what's going on right here with the umpires. Rose comes back. 1-1 goes the count. Fletcher comes set. Rose shows bunt again. Oh, and that is up and in. Hit his face. And we are going to take a couple minutes just to let Tanner Roach get his breath. That is a scary situation. Tanner Roach is out of the game, but safely up. Kobe Poppins up at the plate, and they're gonna use number 2, Brennan Lawrence. as a pinch runner here in the scary situation. We hope everything's going to be all right for Tanner Roach. Seems to be up, walking around in the dugout, but they're definitely going to pull him for the rest of the game. As Kobe Pavin comes in, Fletcher comes set. Hot shot. Just 1 run scores. Left fielder Johnny Johnson, able to get that ball in with only 1 run scoring. But an RBI single for Kobe Pavin to cut the lead in half as the Generals scratch for 1 right here. And Ryan Flores comes up with no outs. Ryan Flores coming up with no outs right here. Bases loaded, definitely threatening for the Generals right here. Fortunately for the Generals. Heart of the lineup coming up. And that's a fastball up. Generals seem to be a good fastball hitting team so far. As the last 2 pitchers before this, threw a lot of junk. Couldn't get much going. And we have 2 hits off of Fletcher right here. And Ryan Flores comes to the plate. Fletcher comes set. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 2. Zach Vuletic able to come in and score on that RBI single from Kobe Pavin as Fletcher comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch to Flores. Fouled off. Count stays 0-2. Ryan Flores is 1 for 2 on the day, having one of the only 3 hits for the Generals. And the pitch. Oh, that ball's going to get away from the catcher. And 1 run scoring, and both runners advance. We're going to chalk that up to a wild pitch. Their catcher, Lucas Polanco, had a tough time handling that. Went to block it. It looks like it hit off his shin and just shot all the way over to first base. Not able to get it in time for the run to score. Tie ball game for the Generals right here. For the Generals and Rougarou right here, 2-2. As we're going to have a mound visit. And it looks like we might be pulling him. And they are. They're going to bring in a new pitcher. And it looks like it's going to be a lefty from the hill. Or from the pen for the Rougarou. Looks like it's going to be Corbin Bozzi, the 6-foot left-hander out of Hammond, Louisiana, going to southeastern Louisiana in the Southland Conference. One of 3 pitchers from southeastern Louisiana. That D1 University out of Louisiana. Not many pitchers left for the Rougarou on this road trip, as they only brought 18 total players to play here today. Wonder if they might get up Ashton Davis, the 6'4" right-hander out of Incarnate Word University, who's redshirted this year. Transferring to St. Edward's University next year. But for the time being, looks like we're going to be with Corbin Bozzi. Generals are tied 2-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Generals, they have Dad's Day at the park. Every dad gets in free with a general. This is going to be the conclusion of this series between the Rougarou and the Generals, a 2-game series. Generals won last night 11-3. Definitely looked like they used a lot of their offense last night, as they're only been able to get 2 across so far, but they are threatening with no outs here. Are threatening with runners on second and third right here. No outs. As Ryan Flores comes up. And we're going to resume the 1-2 count. And the pitch. Time called by the umpire. Oh, the umpire's talking to one of the people, one of the fans out here. Oh, looks like we have a flash on from one of our fans. Please no flash videography, as the umpires will stop the game for that. And the pitch comes set, and it's chased. Looks to be a slider way outside. Ryan Flores unable to hold back on it. It's going to be the first out of the inning for the Generals. So we got 2 runners on, 1 out for the Generals right here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 hits so far this inning, as we have Lawrence and Potvin on second and third. They advanced on a wild pitch right before we changed pitchers. And ball out. Bosey thrown 2 wild pitches, but unable to hold off was Ryan Flores on one of them. And that looked to have a lot of drop on it. That's going to be strike 1, as Jordan Johnson unable to hold off for him. Jordan Johnson kind of upset at his last at-bat, because he's 0 for 2 on the day and struck out his last at-bat on a pretty questionable call. As the pitcher comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, Lucas Blanco. Has his work cut out for him this inning, as we've tried to bunt a couple times, a couple pitches in the dirt from the Rougarou pitching staff. And Jordan Johnson steps in. Pitcher comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be a sliding catch from the Rougarou. Potvin goes almost all the way to third. They're going to call that a catch. Rougarou runners are not at all sure that was a catch. They thought that was getting down for sure. Which explains why Potvin went almost all the way to third. Lawrence, being the smart base runner, not going anywhere just yet. That might be the second out of the inning for the Generals. Yep, they're going to call that the second out of the inning. Hats off to the right fielder, Braden Morrow. Great sliding play. And here comes the hero last night, even though he had a tough day for the most part, but he did have a key grand slam, totaling over 3 RBIs yesterday, and a run for himself. And that's going to be a ball up. This pitcher looks to be about low 80s so far, with a lot of junk. And he comes set. Delivers the pitch. Pitch comes set and delivers the pitch. My mistake on the pitcher. It's going to be number 15, Beaudry, the sophomore, the left-handed sophomore out of Canada, going to Southwestern Oklahoma State in the Great American Conference, the division, NCAA D2. As Peyton Robertson looks in or gets ready for the pitch, and the pitch is going to be balled down. And that's going to be a walk for Peyton Robertson, and that's going to bring up our catcher, Ian Grooves, number 5. And it's going to load the bases again for us. Ian Groves so far today, 0 for 2, unfortunately, but a great opportunity right here to come up clutch for the Generals and maybe take the lead. Pitcher comes set and delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. It's going to be a ball in the dirt. Great block over there by the Rougarou catcher, Lucas Polanco. Alright, I apologize about this lady in front of us. As the pitch misses out, count goes to 2-0. Nobody up in the Rougarou bullpen. The Generals bullpen is live, so that does make us lead to believe that Derek Cervantes is going to be done for the night as the pitcher comes set and delivers the first pitch, or the third pitch of the at bat, and it's going to be ball 3. That's going to be 7 in a row for number 15, Beaudry, the 6'1" sophomore. Beaudry steps off. Looks in for his sign. Shakes yes, and here we go for the fourth pitch of the at-bat. That's going to be in the dirt, ball 4. That's going to walk in the run. Generals take the lead 3-2. And that's going to bring up Chase Evans, who's also 0 for 2, but again, another great opportunity for the Generals to just tack on some runs right here. A catcher's meeting, seeing just where his head's at after walking back-to-back guys, and just and then here comes the pitching coach or the manager for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. We're gonna bring in the whole infield right here just to see what the heck we're doing. You know, he's naturally upset at his pitching staff right now for just giving away the lead for the Baton Rouge Rougarou, who had a 2-0 lead at the start of this inning. This inning is going on 15 minutes so far, as the Rougarou bullpen is live and working a right-hander. Chase Evans showing off his glove so far this game. Let's see if he can do something, put something together with the bat. As Evans gets ready for the first pitch, and the pitcher delivers the first pitch. It's going to be a strike 1 on the outside corner. It's going to be his first strike in a while, so it's a good approach right here by Chase Evans, taking the first pitch. Still, you got to be looking for your pitch right here as a batter. And that's going to be skied to center field. That might be trouble. Probably not for Scotty Stevens. And Scotty Scott makes the play out there for the Rougarou. Generals take the lead in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to the top of the 7th right here. Generals lead 3-2. Lucas Polanco coming up for the Rougarou, or here in the top of the 7th. And the Generals do have a new pitcher here. Get you his name in a second. It's going to be number 54. Called strike. Count goes to 1-1. And it's going to be Zatopek on the mound for the Generals. Swung on for strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. It's going to be Jake Zatopek out here for his first inning in work and relief. And the pitch, it's going to be fouled off. Count stays 1-2. Derek Cervantes deserves a lot of credit for this game. Only giving up 4 hits and 1 earned run, 2 total across the board, striking out 4 and only walking 1 as well. Throwing 104 pitches tonight, 66 of which were strikes. He had 6 groundouts, as 8 flyouts, as Zatopek throws the pitch in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2. And it's going to be in number 6, the catcher, Lucas Polanco. That's got to be tough after that long inning for him. Just going straight to hitting. 2-2 pitch. It's going to be fouled off. Almost got the camera guy down there. Maybe he did. Maybe skinned him a little bit. We're going to take a second to make sure he's good. Could have been the second guy we had taken out tonight on a ball hit to him, or getting hit by a ball. As Zatopek looks in and comes set, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Ball just misses outside. Count goes full 3-2. Zatopek looks in, comes sets, and delivers the pitch. It's going to be fouled off. Great at bat by Lucas Polanco. Fouling off 3 so far. Count stays full. Zatopek so far for the Generals, appearing in 4 games with 1 win, 8 2/3 innings so far, with a 6.231 ERA and a 2.3 WHIP. As he delivers the next pitch, and it's going to be in for ball 4. Great at bat by number 6, Lucas Polanco for the Rougarou. And here comes tonight's beer batter, Kyle Baton. Michael Oros, the Generals manager, coming out to the mound just to see where the head's at of Jake Zatopek. The Generals bullpen is live right now, as they have a submarine right-handed pitcher coming out. But they're just going to see where he is. They're probably going to give him this batter to see if he can throw some strikes. Hopefully get out of this inning with nothing hurt. Maybe get a ground ball right here. That'd be great for the Generals. And the beer batter so far, Kyle Baton, struck out once, but also has a sacrifice fly in the game. And if Kyle strikes out, it's going to be 2-for-1 beers on the compadre designed party deck. 2-for-1 draft beers. And $2 off the beers on the third base side party deck. And Bedreau shows bunt, making sure he's not going to get out, or he's not going to strike out, as the runner advances to second base. Thought it might have been called foul, started to go back to first, but quickly realizes that he needed to stay on second.
One out here for the Generals. Here in the top of the 7th, runner on second base. But the third base Generals fans are not too happy with Kyle Boudreaux right here bunting. But nevertheless, the pitch comes in. And it's going to be up for ball 1. Ian Groove's going out to see where his pitcher's head's at. Hopefully get him to settle down and maybe throw a couple more strikes right here. As that seems to be a key issue. Although it is possible they're just getting, acquainted with their signs a little bit better. As Zatopek comes set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a strike on the outer half. Number 4, Carson Clowers, the Baton Rouge shortstop, not necessarily agreeing with home plate umpire right there. 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. As Zatopek delivers the pitch, it's going to be a ground ball to Peyton Robertson, the general shortstop, thrown over to Ryan Flores for out number 2. That's a great play by Peyton Robertson. Flashing the leather a little bit. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. Rougarou threatening. A base hit is definitely going to tie the game for the Rougarou. Scotty Scott, the center fielder, is 0 for 1 so far with 2 walks. Has scored a run this game. Definitely trying to get this runner over at third in. Number 10, the Generals third baseman Jordan Johnson playing in, possibly watching the potential squeeze attempt by the speedy center fielder. As Zatopek comes set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Check swing, fouled off for strike 1. Count goes to 1-1, 2 outs here at the top of the 7th. As Zatopek seeming to settle down a little bit. Nobody up in the Baton Rouge Rougarou bullpen so far, but there is somebody still getting hot in the Generals bullpen as Zatopek delivers the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be fouled off for strike 2. Count goes to 1-2 for Scotty Scott. And Zatopek looks in as Scotty Scott steps into the box. He gets a sign and comes set, and Zatopek looks back in, checks the runner, and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Nice attempted frame by Ian Grooves. As the count goes to 2-2, ball misses outside. Zatopek gets a sign, comes set, and fouled off. Count stays 2-2. 2's across the board here in the top of the 7th. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes on the leadoff batter for the Rougarou. And Zatopek looks in. And he comes set and delivers the 2-2 pitch yet again. That's going to be fouled off once again by Scotty Scott. Not letting Jake Zatopek off easy. And don't forget, we do have a runner on third base right here. It's going to be Lucas Polanco, the catcher, led off the inning with a walk. But after that, there was a bunt and then a ground ball to shortstop that got him all the way over to third. 2-2 count yet again as Zatopek comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be out for ball 3. Full goes the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Let's see if Zatopek can clutch up right here and get the Generals out of this inning. As he comes set and then delivers the pitch. It's going to be a fastball. Chopper to second base. It's going to be a tough play for Vulicek. Makes a quick throw to first base for Ryan Flores. Will get out of that inning, nothing hurt. Generals come up to give some insurance for their pitching staff. Hopefully secure this game. Score remains 2-3. Generals going to the bottom of the 7th. Leading out for the Generals in the bottom of the 7th, Zach Vulitic. And on the mound, a new pitcher for the Rougarou. It is going to be Ashton Davis out of Incarnate Word University, transferring to St. Edwards next year. The 6'4", 195 right-hander. Sorry, 6'4", 220 right-hander. Fires in the first pitch for ball 1. Vulitic having a pretty decent game today, going 1 for 2, scoring a run as well. Starting off that big inning last inning. And ball 2, missed it out. The big 6'4" right-hander sits 89 to 92, tops out at 94 with his big fastball. As he misses ball low, count goes to 3-0. Pitcher comes set and delivers the first strike of the inning for him. Count goes to 3-1. 3-1. And he comes set again. Vulitic ready for it. Ball 4. And Vulitic is going to sprint down there and maybe try and get second. He's going to stop at first. Just displaying some good hustle for the kids out there. Caleb Molly coming up. Caleb Molly, the clutch DH for us. Usually hitting lower in the lineup, but Coach Oros is trying something out today. Instead of having Peyton Robertson lead off the game, he's having Caleb Molly lead off the game for us. Caleb Molly does walk a lot and he does see a lot of pitches, so it's a good move. As the pitch comes in, it's going to be a ball. And this is down and in. For 1-0 goes the count. And Vulitic has a little bit of wheels over there at first. Coach Oros giving the sign. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Vulitic take off right here. And Vulitic does take off. Ball's going to get all the way to the backstop. Vulitic is going to go. Oh, nope, he thought about it. Got about halfway to third base and realized that he wasn't going to make it with the arm of Polanco behind the plate. And the Rougarou coach is coming out. Manager Mr. Southall coming out for him just to see where everybody is. Just seeing if he can get some strikes out of his guy. He's throwing the ball hard. He just can't seem to locate it after throwing 7 pitches, 6 of them being balls. Vulitic standing there over at second base. Caleb Molly at the plate. Probably going to chalk that one down as a wild pitch, not really a stolen base necessarily. Nevertheless, Generals have a runner in scoring position with a little bit of wheels, with no outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Caleb Molly steps in. And Ashton Davis comes set. Ashton Davis, I apologize. Caleb Molly shows bunt. Pulls back. They're going to call that a ball up. 3-0 goes the count. Davis does not like that call. And Caleb Molly squares around for the 3-0 bunt. Most likely he's going to pull back right here just because. And yeah, he does. Oh, that ball looked a little in right there. It seemed to me that it was in pretty in tight on the batter's box, but it's going to be 3-1 going the count. Possibly a potential makeup call from the home plate umpire. You'd be surprised how often they do give up some makeup calls. As Caleb Molly squares around again to bunt. And that's going to be in the dirt for ball 4. That's going to bring up That's going to bring up the player for Tanner Roach that came in. It's going to be number two. Number two, Bennett Lawrence. No plate appearances for him because because he went in for Tanner Roach, who got hit in the face. They pulled him immediately, making sure he was all right. Does seem to be sitting down on the bucket. So the ball misses way outside. Ball one. Nobody up in the bullpen for the Rougarou. They seem to be out of pitching at this point. As Davis comes set and delivers the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. 1-1 go in the count. Generals do lead the Rougarou here in the bottom of the 7th, 2-3, on 3 hits. Vuletic and Mali on first and second base. And Lawrence shows bunt, pulls back. Ball misses out. Count goes to 2-1. Wouldn't be surprised to see another fake bunt right here just to see if Davis is going to be able to throw some strikes, settle down out there for the Rougarou. Hopefully he can for the Rougarou. Potential bunt. And he is. He's going to pop it up, though, and it's going to get out. Out of play for strike 2. Sure, Davis is probably a little happy. Not too upset about getting that one foul, with now the ability to swing the bat. As Davis looks in and comes set, most likely he's going to throw a fastball right here. And the pitch. It is a fastball, but it's out. Davis is definitely in his head right now. Full count on the batter, Bennett Lawrence. And that's going to be a wild pitch. But nothing on for the Generals. And that's going to bring up Jordan Johnson, third baseman, number 3. And Davis is out of there because that is a second mound visit of the inning. And Davis is definitely out of there. Rougarou pulling up a new pitcher. You're going to just try and get out of this inning, I presume. Somebody hopefully is going to throw some strikes for them. Alright, and that's going to bring up number 5, Drew Banco, the position player on from LSU, just to throw some strikes right here. And you got to be a little... Oh, and we're going to have a position change as well, as number 12, Brennan Lambert goes to right field. And for Braden Morrow. And you gotta wonder what the Rougarou are kind of doing, because they haven't had anybody in the bullpen. I wouldn't think that. I don't think Ashton or even Drew Bianco has had any idea that they were going to go in before they ended up going in. Of course, this is all skepticism, but you do see the pitchers in the bullpen for the Generals ready to go if needed. And you look on the Generals bench, and it is just scarce. As Drew Blanco throws a pitch clearly in the other batter's box, but called strike one. Bases loaded here, no outs for the Generals. As Bianco comes set. And it's a bunt. It's going to be a squeeze play, but it goes foul. 0-2 goes the count. Bianco doesn't seem to be throwing too hard, but he was clearly brought in just to throw some strikes for the Baton Rouge Rougarou right here. Generals are threatening with no outs. Bases loaded right here. And Kobe Potvin's up. Kobe Potvin on the day is 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI single. And that is an absolute shot to right field, but it's going to be deep enough to score. Zach Vulicich, and Caleb Molly also tags up from second, goes to third base. RBI single, sacrifice fly for Caleb Molly, and it brings the score Generals 4, Rougarou 2. Bianco definitely doing what he was brought in for, just to throw some strikes. Ryan Flores coming up, looking to extend this Generals lead as Bianco looks in and comes set. And that is a deep pop up to right center field. Center fielder Scotty Scott comes in, takes it. It's going to be cut off by the first baseman, but that is plenty deep enough. Generals score. Sacrifice fly for Ryan Flores, the first baseman. And the Generals take the lead, or extend their lead 5-3. 5-2 on the Generals have 3 hits tonight. Lots of walks for the Rougarou. Ball up. Look over to first base by the catcher, Lucas Polanco. And the pitch from Bianco. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. That's probably going to do it for us. No, that's going to get down. And Lawrence is going to go from first to third on that. That was a little bloop single for Jordan Johnson right there. The third baseman, Peyton Robertson, coming up right here. Peyton Robertson, like I said earlier, had a grand slam the last game for the Generals in their 11-3 routing of the Rougarou. And Bianco comes set and delivers the pitch. That's up and in for ball one. Peyton Robertson gets ready. Looking to get hot again. As Jordan Johnson steals second. The throw is not in time. As Jordan Johnson seemed to kick the ball as he slid in. And that's going to bring home another run for the Generals, as because of the throw being kind of stolen by Jordan Johnson, Bennett Lawrence is just going to walk into home plate. Generals lead 6-2. As Peyton Robertson gets ready for the 2-0 pitch. Ball up. Count goes to 3-0. Oh, no, they call a balk. Jordan Johnson goes to third on the balk. No pitch. Count remains 2-0. They're saying he didn't come set for long enough. And here's the pitch from Bianco. Strike one. 2-1 goes the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 3 runs across this inning. Back-to-back 3-run innings for the Victoria Generals as Bianco comes set and delivers strike 2. 2-2 goes the count. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Peyton Robertson up. See if we can extend this inning at all. Pitch. It's going to be a ball up. Full. Count goes full. Peyton Robertson thought it was full already, but they called a no pitch on that balk, which is why it's only ball 3. Otherwise, it would have been ball 4. Peyton Robertson probably should swing at anything close just to make sure that the umpire doesn't think that he was trying to show him up, but, you know, it's a tough situation being there. Peyton Robertson fouls something hard in the way off. That's going to be a foul ball. Count stays 3-2. See, right there, you got to swing at anything close because the umpire is going to extend the strike zone because they think you're trying to show him up, but you're just not thinking like that in the moment. And ball 4 is way upstairs as Peyton Robertson walks for the second time tonight. Ian Groves is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk. Bianco came in strong with getting 2 quick outs and then walks Peyton Robertson. Runners on the corners here for the Generals. Peyton Robertson was able to extend it. Home plate umpire calls time. And Ian Groves stops back in the batter's box, and the pitch is fouled way off. That is skied to the river. Count goes to 0-1. Wouldn't be surprised if Peyton Robertson takes off right here. He is known to have some wheels. He is typically our leadoff batter. And step off. Try to go early. Bianca was not ready to go. Stepped off. Peyton Robertson dives in safely. No throw from Bianca. And the pitch from Bianca as he comes set. Hardy hack from Ian Groves as the count goes to 0-2. Ian Groves was definitely swinging for the fence. He felt that was right in his wheelhouse. A fastball up as Bianco comes set, and Peyton Robertson takes off, and it's going to be fouled off. Ian Groves staying alive right here. Peyton Robertson tried to sneak one by. A potential hit and run situation if it had been in fair territory, but nevertheless, runners on the corners, 0-2 on the count, 2 outs. Ian Groves. Peyton Robertson takes off again. That's going to be lined down to the first base line. Diving attempt by Logan Lejeune. Unfortunately, he's unable to come up with the play for the Baton Rouge Rougarou and try and get them out of this inning. Still, great effort by Lejeune over there at first base. Robertson took off again. I would expect him to take off yet again right here as Bianca comes set and delivers the pitch, and Robertson goes like questionable call right there, as that has been a strike all game. I definitely thought the home plate umpire was going to ring up Ian Groves right there. He seemed to duck a little bit when he didn't ring him up. The whole Rougarou team started to come off the field right there, as did the Generals. Ian Groves lives to fight another day. You better swing at this one. And he does. It's going to be a strike 3 for the Generals catcher. We go to the top of the 8th. The Generals leading 6-2. Jack Engelman on the mound for the Victoria Generals. A nifty release, throwing a submarine. He's a submarine side armor. Oh, that was pretty cool. The third baseman, Jordan Johnson, did a little flip between the legs to give the ball back to Engelman right there. And it is going to be number 23, Johnny Johnson, the left fielder, to face Engelman and delivers the pitch. Submarine side armors are a rare breed, and it's very difficult to master. But if you can throw strikes as Engelman delivers a second pitch, and that's going to be blooped into right field, and Johnson's going to go to second. Strong throw from the right fielder, Chase Evans, just off. And Johnson slides in safely. As I was saying, if you can throw submarine sidearm, it's quite difficult to hit. Fastball fouled off for strike one. And it's part of the reason because it's just you get different movement from throwing down there. Your slider comes up a little bit and then breaks, and it's just a different release point that the batters have to pick it out and pick out the spin from. As the second pitch of the at bat misses for ball one. 1-1 is the count. No outs here. Runner on second for the Generals. Engelman comes set and delivers the pitch. Fouled off for strike two. 1-2 goes the count. No outs here for the Generals in the top of the eighth. Jack Engelman so far, 7 games played with 8 innings before this, has a 3.35 ERA and a 1.65 WHIP. As the pitch is flipped into right field, not even a thought to try and draw the throw from the rocket arm of Chase Evans in right field. 1 out in the top of the 8th for the Generals. And that's going to bring up Brendan Lambert, the DH. Brendan Lambert is 1 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. As Engelman comes set. And that's going to be a blooper to center field as Lambert has no problem with that one. And that's going to be the second out of the inning for the Generals. Engelman looks in for his sign. Likes the sign from Ian Grooves and delivers the pitch. That's going to be a strike. Definitely looked like some off speed right there. A little bit more loopy than his fastball. As Engelman comes set for the second pitch of the at-bat. Engelman checks the runner back at second. Fires the pitch. It's going to be a slider in the dirt for ball one. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th for the Victoria Generals. The Rougarou are threatening with a runner on second. Leadoff double by Johnny Johnson. As Engelman delivers the pitch, swung on for strike two. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. A bloop double for Johnny Johnson, but nothing else here for the Rougarou, as 2 fly balls to right field and center field have accounted for the next 2 outs. And 1-2 count for the Victoria Generals here. That's going to be fouled off to the right field line. Count stays 1-2. Runner on second, Johnny Johnson, as Dave as Drew Blanco, the Rougarou third baseman, comes up. You might remember back in the earlier innings, he had a diving play that broke the no-hitter up that for the Generals. Close bang bang play as Bianco pops up to the second baseman, Zach Vulitic, and that's going to end the top of the eighth for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Yet another 0 for them here in the eighth. We'll see if the Generals can add some insurance runs before the top of the ninth. Bianco after his second inning of work for the Baton Rouge Rougarou as number 21 for the Generals, right fielder Chase Evans. Chase Evans, not the best day at the plate. 0 for 3, but nevertheless, great opportunity to turn it around right here. As Bianco comes set and delivers the nasty changeup for strike one. Breaking out some new pitches here in the bottom of the eighth for him. As the position player comes set and delivers the second pitch of the at-bat. Ball in the dirt for ball one. Count goes to 1-2. Next pitch of the at-bat misses outside, ball two. As Bianco comes set and delivers the pitch, it's going to be strike two. Count goes to 2-2 on Chase Evans. Chase Evans, the rocket arm from right field, flashing the leather definitely today. Let's see if he can get something going with the wood. That's going to be fouled off out of play. Count stays 2-2. Hats off to Bianco right here, coming off the bench, not even out of the bullpen, as the next pitch is lofted into center field. Scotty Scott is going to easily come over there and make that play, and that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter for us, number 16, Zach Vulitic, the second baseman. Vulitic on the night is 1 for 2, scored 2 runs, and has also walked today. He has contributed to 2 of our 6 runs. Couldn't have done it without him tonight. As Bianca comes set, delivers the pitch for strike one on the outer half of the plate. Like I said earlier, though, nobody has even come out of the Rougarou bullpen as Bianca comes set and delivers strike 2. Vulitic did not like that. He definitely thought that one was high and out. But it seems as though the Rougarou are just pulling people off the bench to just go in and throw for him as Bianca comes in and delivers ball 1 in the dirt. Count goes to 1-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that is a deep, deep fly ball, and that's going to be out of here for Zach Vulitic. Solo shot for the young man. And that's going to make the lead 7-2 as the Generals add a little bit of insurance. Caleb Molly comes up with 1 out in the 8th inning after a shallow shot. Let's see if he can do that again. See if we can make it back-to-back as the pitch just misses outside. And a solo shot brings the score to 7-2 as Caleb Molly Caleb Molly steps into the box. Ball misses down and in. 2-0 goes the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Strike 1 called on Caleb Molly. Caleb Molly steps in the box as Bianca comes set and delivers the pitch way outside. It's going to be 3-1 on the count. Let's see if Caleb Molly can extend this Generals inning a little bit more. Strike called on the outer half. Vulitic just hit a home run as the full count pitch. Close pitch, but it's called a ball. Caleb Molly walks for the 4th time tonight. And that's going to bring up Bennett Lawrence, who had to come in the 6th inning for Tanner Roach. As the first pitch is called a ball. 1 out here for the Victoria Generals. In the bottom of the 8th as the pitch comes. That's going to be low for ball 2. That's 6 balls out of the last 2 batters. Bianca's got to be getting tired. And that's going to be lofted into shallow right field. And that's just foul. Hit about 2 inches off of the line. Probably could have been called either way right there. And it is called foul. And that's going to bring the count to 2-2 with 1 out here. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. The Generals do lead 7-2 on 5 hits. The Rougarou have 5 hits as well, but only 2 runs across for them. Their runs ended up coming in the early inning, 2nd inning, where our starter Derek Cervantes had a tough time with the strike zone as Bianca comes set and just throws it to the backstop. He is definitely getting frustrated out here. Full count on the batter, Bennett Lawrence. Caleb Molly at second base. He just advanced on that pass ball. Caleb Molly now at third base. That's going to be ball 4 for Bennett Lawrence. That's going to be Bennett's 2nd walk of the night. No official appearances for him. Yeah, cool. And it does look like that is gonna be all for Bianco, as he is going back to his third base position. And it looks like they are gonna bring in number 4. Carson Clowers, their shortstop. They're going to move Braden Morrow, their right fielder, over to shortstop, it looks like. Like I said, the Rougarou just seemed to be out of pitching this weekend, as they did end up leaving about 5 starters at home and just running through their bullpen today, having back-to-back position players pitch, not even having time to have them warm up in the bullpen. And we're going to let him warm up, and we'll be right back. Number 8, left fielder for Victoria Generals, Kobe Potvin. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk, and also has 2 RBIs for the Victoria Generals tonight, as the Victoria Generals do lead 7-2, as Clowers comes set and delivers his first pitch. That's going to be a sac fly to left field, as the Victoria Generals add yet another run and their late inning resurgence. Ryan Flores coming up. Ryan Flores is 1 for 3 on the night with an RBI and a strikeout. Had a sac fly his last at bat. See if he can keep this inning going for the Victoria Generals. See if we can add a third straight 3 spot here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Victoria Generals seem to be quiet all afternoon until the 6th inning, where the Rougarou just seemed to just run out of pitching, and a hearty hack by Ryan Flores, our first baseman right there, as Lawrence takes his lead off of first base. Flores looks in for the pitch. That's going to be a called strike. Count goes to 1-2. 1-2 goes the count. That's going to be fouled off. Count stays 1-2, as Carson Clowers seems to be throwing some strikes, doing his job. He's just going to be up there, just seeing if he can get out of this inning for the Rougarou. That is an absolute piece. That is going to get out of here, but foul for Ryan Flores. Almost the second home run of the inning, but just got around it a little bit too much, as that ball is going to go foul. Count remains 1-2. Let's see if he can get another home run right here for the Generals this inning. That would be something, wouldn't it? As Clowers comes set and delivers the pitch. And that's going to be fouled off third base side. Third baseman settles under it. And as he retired the first out of the inning on the mound, he retires the third out of the Bianco retires the third out of the inning at third base. Generals extend their lead. They now lead 8-2. Jack Engelman back on the mound for the Victoria Generals tonight. Coming out for his second inning of work after some very efficient pitching last inning. See if he can close out this game for us. Send us into the next home series tomorrow against the other first place team, the Brazos Valley Bombers. As Jack Engelman comes set and delivers the pitch, that's going to be a strike. 0-1 goes the count. No outs here in the top of the ninth for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Last chance for them to see if they can scratch anything here in the top of the ninth. The pitch. That's going to be fouled off. After the game, we're going to be auctioning off all of the Victoria Generals jerseys, the camouflage jerseys that they've been wearing the last couple days. All the proceeds this weekend from yesterday and today are going to the Wounded Warriors Foundation. We'd like to thank them for sponsoring this great event as he strikes out for the first out of the inning. One out here in the top of the ninth as number 1 for the Rougarou steps up. Jack Engelman comes set and fires the 0-1 pitch, or 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball foul. Just foul over there at third base. And Engelman comes set and delivers the 1-1 pitch, ball 2. Engelman comes set with the 2-1. That's going to be fouled down the first baseline. That's going to get down for strike 2. Engelman absolutely shoving this inning, just like he did last inning. Only allowing 1 hit so far, but also getting a strikeout for the Victoria Generals. And 2-2 goes the batter. That's going to be a chopper down the third baseline, but Engelman's going to grab that foul. And number 1, Cameron Crawford for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. He's a 6'2" right-handed hitter, sophomore out of Baton Rouge Community College. And he is ready for the 2-2 pitch as Engelman throws a ball out. Engelman just seemed to overthrow that one just a little bit as the ball goes out, getting a little frustrated with all the foul balls that Crawford has been able to get off of him this at bat. As he comes set and delivers the 3-2 pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. That's the fourth foul ball this inning. I think that hit their bus tonight. That can't be great for them. He shouldn't do that. He's got to ride on that thing. As Engelman looks in and comes set for the 3-2 pitch again. One out here in the top of the ninth. The pitch is going to be fouled off yet again. That's the fifth foul ball for Crawford this at bat. He is not going down without a fight, and Engelman is going to stay there and fight right back with him. And the pitch. And the ground ball to third base. Fired over there just in time. Ryan Flores and the third baseman, Jordan Johnson, connect for the second out of the ninth inning. The beer batter is up. If he strikes out right here, it's going to be half off beer for I have no idea how long, because if he strikes out, it's going to be the end of the game. Nevertheless, 2 outs here in the top of the ninth, and the pitch from Engelman is going to be a called ball low. 1-0 goes the count. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Last chance for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-1 right here. Engelman looking to get out of this inning. Hopefully striking out this guy. He has struck out one time before this, earlier this game, as Kyle Bedreau is 0 for 2 and swung on for strike 2. And the people are starting to line up over there at the party deck for their 2-for-1 draft beers as the 1-2 pitch misses low. Count goes to 2-2. 2s across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs across for the Rougarou in this game. Last chance for the beer batter, potentially getting his second strikeout right here as Engelman delivers the pitch. Bedreau thought about it, able to hold off. Count goes full 3-2. As Engelman looks in, comes set, and fires the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be it's going to be a fly ball to second base, and that is going to be the end of the game. Generals beat the Rougarou 8-2. Generals take a half-game lead in the standings with their 11th win. 11th win of the game of the season. They start a 2-game series tomorrow against the Brazos Valley Bombers. The Generals complete the series sweep of the Baton Rouge Rougarou tonight with just an absolute demolition of this team, who fall to 2-14 and end up 10.5 back on the season from first place. Unfortunately for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Generals start the 2-game series tomorrow against their co-first place team, the Brazos Valley Bombers, which will surely be a great game tomorrow, as it will be Father's Day at the park. If the Father's Day, it's Father's Day. Fathers get in free if they bring in their children. What better day to spend? What better gift can you give your father than to just come out to the game because they get in free? It's baseball. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you guys.